Welcome, beautiful soul, and welcome back to the Narcissism Freedom channel. Whether you are returning or joining this sacred healing space for the first time, I want you to know how grateful I am that you're here. This channel is a place for clarity, truth, and emotional restoration. Today's message is one that speaks directly to the heart of so many survivors who are walking through a silent war within themselves. We're exploring how PTSD creates a daily battle of the mind after narcissistic abuse, and why your struggles do not mean you're broken. They mean you're healing from something that was never your fault. When you break free from a narcissist, the relationship may end, but the mental residue they left behind often lingers. You may find yourself revisiting fears, replaying old conversations, or overthinking situations that shouldn't hurt anymore. That's because trauma doesn't disappear overnight. PTSD shows up quietly and unexpectedly, shaping your thoughts in ways that can feel confusing and overwhelming. But today, we're going to walk through 7 powerful insights that will help you understand what's happening in your mind and remind you that recovery is both possible and sacred. The first way PTSD creates a battle of the mind is through intrusive thoughts. These thoughts arrive without warning and drag you back into moments you fought so hard to leave behind. They can make you question your progress, your strength, and your sanity. But intrusive thoughts are not a sign of weakness. They're a sign that your mind is still trying to make sense of experiences that were too painful to process at the time. The second way is hypervigilance. After narcissistic abuse, your mind becomes conditioned to scan for danger, manipulation, or emotional shifts. You may feel constantly alert, even in safe spaces. It's your brain's way of trying to protect you, but over time, it creates exhaustion, anxiety, and a sense of emotional overwhelm. The third way PTSD affects the mind is emotional flashbacks. These are moments when your nervous system reacts as if the abuse is happening all over again. Nothing visible triggers them, but inside, you feel the same fear, panic, or dread you once carried. Emotional flashbacks are deeply misunderstood, yet incredibly common among survivors of psychological abuse. The fourth way is negative self-beliefs. Narcissists spend years planting lies about your worth, your identity, and your capability. PTSD internalizes these lies, repeating their voice in your mind long after they're gone. But hear me clearly. Every negative belief about yourself is a wound, not a truth. The fifth way PTSD creates a battle is through avoidance. You may avoid places, conversations, people, or emotions because they remind you of the pain. Avoidance feels safe, but it often keeps you trapped in the past and delays your healing. The sixth way is emotional numbing. After so much chaos, your mind may protect you by shutting down certain emotions. You may feel disconnected from yourself, others, or your own joy. This isn't because you don't care, it's because your mind hasn't felt safe enough to open fully yet. And the seventh way is overthinking. After narcissistic abuse, your mind tries to predict every outcome, prevent every danger, and replay every moment, hoping to avoid getting hurt again. Overthinking is the mind's attempt to create control when life once felt unpredictable. But it's also one of the heaviest battles survivors face. As overwhelming as these 7 battles may feel, I want to remind you of something powerful. Your healing is already happening. Every moment of awareness, every step forward, and every time you choose peace over panic is evidence of transformation. PTSD does not mean you're failing. It means your wounds are still tender. And with time, compassion, and support, they will become scars that no longer define you. The scripture that supports today's message comes from Isaiah 26 verse 3. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. This reminds us that peace is not something we chase. It's something we grow into as we learn to trust both God and ourselves again. You are not weak for struggling. You are not behind in your healing. You are not destined to repeat your past. You are learning how to walk through the world with a renewed sense of awareness and spiritual strength. Your mind is still unwinding from years of emotional tension, and that takes time, grace, and understanding. Each day you choose to stay present, breathe deeply, and honor your healing, you are rewiring your mind for peace. Every moment you refuse to go backward, you are breaking generational patterns. And each time you speak truth over yourself, you reclaim the power the narcissist hoped you would never find. Thank you for taking this time with me today. If this message brought you clarity or comfort, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so more survivors can receive the support they deserve. And if you'd like to further support the growth of this space, the Narcissism Freedom Apparel and Accessories Shop is open now. May your day be filled with calm, strength, and a renewed sense of hope. You are loved, you are guided, and you are healing more each day than you realize.